Yo, what is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and it looks like ZETSUBOU no SHIMA's trailer just officially dropped not too long ago, and like usual, we're going to be going through it and finding all the cool stuff about it and talking about it. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you guys any of the actual trailer footage, because every time I do, I get a content ID claim. I don't know if it's YouTube that hates me, or if it's Activision, or if it's Treyarch, or if it's Vonderhaar, or if it's that old lady from down the street. I don't know which one of them hates me, but one of them really has a grudge against me, so I can't show you guys any footage, but I can show you guys a bunch of cool pictures that I did get from the actual footage. Alright, and the first picture I actually saw is the first thing you actually do see, and it looks like Division 9's logo, and if I happen to say Group 935, you know I mean Division 9 in this entire video. So this looks like it's going to be Division 9's logo. I don't know for sure if it is, but I mean it has a big old 9 right there, and we've been hearing a lot about this Division 9, and how they're going to be on this island, so I'm assuming this is Division 9's logo. Alright, the next picture isn't really of any significance. It just looks very similar to the teaser image we actually had not too long ago. This might actually be the other side of the building, or a different building in general, but it does look very similar to the teaser picture, and that's why I threw it in there. I thought it was interesting. Now this one was really interesting because for some reason when I saw this, I thought a lot about Shangri-La, and that, well, the starting area in Shangri-La where you push all 4 buttons and you go back in time. I really don't know why, I just kept thinking about that, and I feel like this is going to have a lot to do with the Easter egg, or at least to grab like a special weapon or something like that, or specialist weapon. I feel like this is going to be a very crucial part to this map. I really don't know why, it's just when I look at this, I feel like it is because I see 4 pillars, and naturally when there's 4 things and zombies, you're going to have to do something with it because there's 4 characters, so naturally, you know, you just have to do something. And you can also see on those pillars it has those characters that were also in Shadows of Evil and Horizon Draha. So I feel like this area might be very, very important in the map. So the next 2 images are kind of interesting. So we do know that in ZETSUBOU no SHIMA, they were actually experimenting on humans and trying to experiment with 115 and all this crazy stuff, but it looks like they went the direction that Fallout New Vegas and Vault 22 kind of did, where humans and plants kind of mixed, and now we have this human-plant hybrid, and it's just trying to kill everything. And in my mind, human-plant hybrid's kind of scary, because it's human and plant, so it could have probably all these plant properties, like where it's poisonous, and it's also human, so it might be smart, and it could be strong, it could have vines and attack you. It's just kind of scary in my opinion. But it does look like we're going to see a lot of wildlife, a lot of grass, a ton of grass, a lot of green. Probably what we're going to see is a lot of green. And a lot of plant-human hybrid monsters. We might be seeing a lot of those. So this map, in my opinion, looks like it's going to be a mix between Shinanuma and Shangri-La. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here. And also in the back left, you can see the outline of a wall weapon, but you really can't tell exactly what it is. And if you look up in the top middle, you can actually see Division 9's logo. Now this picture kind of interested me and saddened me at the same time, so it does look like we're going to have some new weapons. Unfortunately, none of them are the ones we were asking for. But this is the HD-40 from, I believe it's multiplayer. It was like in a supply drop or something like that. They implemented it into zombies. It's basically a knockoff of the MP40. I don't know why they just didn't make the MP40 and make that return. But, I mean, whatever, Treyarch. We've only been asking for World War II weapons like a couple years now. But it's fine, you know, it's cool, it's cool. Just keep putting in weapons we don't want. That's fine. And on this picture, this kind of confirms that we're not going to be getting any World War II weapons. You know, we have the HVK, we have in the back a Bowie knife, so I guess that kind of counts. We're getting the Bowie knife, woo! But, you know, it's just going to be all Black Ops 3 weapons. We're not really going to be going back in time or using any fun weapons. We're stuck with the Black Ops 3 weapons, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I would prefer some World War II weapons, because honestly, I'm sick of this future crap. Now this picture was kind of interesting because it looks like it's going to be a vine trap. So if you guys remember the chain trap in Shadows of Evil, I feel like this is going to be very similar to that. I don't know why there's electricity around it. That's the part I couldn't figure out. Maybe the vine trap has to do with electricity. Maybe they're kind of, I don't know, but it looks like it's going to be a vine trap of some sort of thingy. I don't know why it uses electricity. Maybe it just uses electricity to power up. I really can't figure that one out. Alright, now this picture really interests me because if you guys remember back in Shadows of Evil, the next step to upgrading the Apothecary Servant, which Treyarch made sure that we could not do, so there actually was a way to upgrade it, but Treyarch turned it off basically, was to get some cocoons. So maybe this is the map we can actually upgrade the Apothecary Servant on, because I see some cocoons right up there, and if I remember back from Shadows of Evil, the cocoons were actually a vital step from they actually went into the game files and found that out. The cocoons were a vital step to actually upgrading the Apothecary Servant. So maybe this map might be it. I really don't know. But also with cocoons, you know, naturally come spiders, which we will see later in this video. Now this picture, as soon as I saw it, I thought it was a trap, but then I was like, yeah, it's only killing 1 zombie. I think I know what this is. This is the dragon and the doggy on the wall version in this map. Looks like we're going to be able to get something, a bow, a tomahawk, a Takio sword. Maybe we're going to be able to get something like that, and this is what we actually have to feed the zombies to. So it's going to be able to, you know, snatch the zombie up, eat it, one at a time. There's going to be a couple of them located around the map that we got to feed, and that's about it. So that's what I think this is. And here's actually the plane that's going down that we actually saw in the teaser image. I don't really know who's going to be on this plane, if anyone's even going to survive, but I do know that actually kind of has some importance of the map because there are some traps that actually do involve this plane. But I want to know if this plane's going to have any more significance. Maybe Takio's original body was actually on that plane, and when he crashed, he's actually unconscious somewhere, and we have to find him. That'll be pretty interesting, but I really want to know if this plane has really any significance to the story or anything like that. And like I just said, here are some of the traps that actually look like they're going to involve the plane, and they look pretty deadly. I would not want to step in front of those. Those look absolutely terrible, and it just looks like a terrible way to die. Now this image I like because one, you can see the monkey bomb in its beautiful face, and two, in the back right you can actually see what looks like a map, and it looks like it's going to be sort of like one central area and 4 connecting small areas. So it's very similar to Shinonuma, how Shinonuma had like the center area and then 1 area going each way. So like the center area and then 4 arms extending or something like that. But this one doesn't look like the arms are going to be that long. It just looks like the center area is actually pretty big, and then the 4 side areas are kind of small. And very similar to Shangri-La, it looks like they're bringing back some slide tunnel thing. Well, basically things to get around the map faster. They're going to be bringing back some of those so we can traverse the map very quickly so we can get from one side of the map to the other. And it looks like we brought back some dual-wield pistols. Now, I don't think this is the starting pistol because I think I did see the actual starting pistol, which was the one from Darius, the giant, you know, the one that upgrades to Death and Taxes. But it does look like we are getting some dual-wield pistols, maybe from the box. Maybe we have to actually earn them. Maybe it's a specialist weapon. But the one cool thing about this is when you actually kill the zombie, this drop appeared. Now, I don't know what this is. It looks like a puffer fish mixed with a grenade. Not really sure what the fuck this is, but I feel like it's going to be important. You ever just see something and think, that there's going to be important? I think that's going to be important. And earlier I mentioned cocoons and spiders, and you know, here's these creepy little fuckers. So if you hate spiders, you're probably going to hate this map. And actually during the trailer when they were going against these spiders, they all had like starting pistols and Shivas. So it looks like these guys might actually be only at spawn. That's what I'm kind of getting here. Either they're only going to be at spawn, or they're going to be like dogs and come every certain amount of rounds, or they're only going to be in certain areas because they only had Shivas and starting pistols. And I think even the devs that make zombies wouldn't go up against these things with starting pistols and Shivas. I think they're kind of smart. So they might be in certain locations only, or they might be like dogs. And here is the picture that I really disliked. I don't want to be swimming underwater in zombies. I don't want this to be like Black Ops 3 multiplayer where I'm jumping through the air and I'm swimming underwater. I just don't want that to happen. And like guns don't really work underwater, I'm pretty sure. Oh, this is the future, I forgot. You know, so guns might fucking work everywhere. But I don't know. But there's the HD-40 that we saw previously, the knockoff MP40. I mean, they could have just made the MP40, man. I mean, you could have just made the HD-40 and just named it the MP40. That would have made me happy. But we are going to be swimming underwater, which kind of worries me because I don't know if that's going to be a good thing for the map or a bad thing for the map, but I really can't tell until we actually see it. Alright, and the last 3 pictures are going to be of the zombie boss. It looks like he's created by getting sucked underground, and then he just like sort of revives as this ultimate boss. So I'm not sure if there's any significance to that, like how it's triggered, or if it just randomly happens, or if it's like a dog round every couple rounds it happens, or if it's like a panzer every couple rounds it spawns in. It'll be very interesting to see how exactly this, you know, it works. If it happens randomly, or if there's a certain time, or if there's a certain place. It'll be very interesting to see how this works out. But here is the boss zombie, and it looks like it's going to be similar to the Margwa, to where we have to shoot 3 things on its body before it dies. So it looks like if we shoot the orangish yellowish things, all 3 of them, he's going to die. He doesn't look that powerful, so he might have some ranged attacks, because, you know, might be able to throw some vines at you or something, or it might be extremely fast. We'll see in the map. And the last picture is Takio's beautiful face, because it's Takio, man. You gotta give Takio some love. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm very curious to know what's your guys' favorite thing about this map so far. So if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. Peace.